Good morning. So I just want to say a big thank you to you, first and foremost, as one of our clients, for just going through a bit of a change process with us in the last 6, 7, 8 months now, where I've been bringing in client relationship managers, and both Lexi and Viv, who are working in our team in that space, have got marketing experience and background and degrees and are strategists in their own right. So it's been really great to bring them in and introduce them to all of our clients' accounts, and we're seeing great results from the work that they're doing with our clients. So just a big thank you for that, because what difference that's made with social happiness is that, one, I'm enabled to train and educate my team, and I'm constantly able to now look for gaps rather than focusing in at a micro level on the work that needs to be done. But that assessment level that I've got coming in is fantastic, because I'm seeing great things from one client which we can apply to others. We're spotting gaps across the board where we can tighten up on our service offering and things like that as well. So not necessarily with the execution, but with the systems that we've been rolling out as well. So thank you for your patience and your kindness in that process. And for our newer clients who didn't experience me in every single meeting, just thank you so much for working with our clients, from going from obviously talking with me in the sales process to then holding hands with your creative partner and your client relationship manager who's there to look after you. And just so you know, internally, my team feeds back to me on a daily basis. So I know what's happening in your accounts at any point in time. And on a Wednesday morning, if you've never been able to get hold of us sort of between 8 and about 10, actually, that's because that's our time as a team where we are touching base and we're problem solving for different things that have come up in the week, or tasks that need to be done. And there's good learning opportunities there for us as well. So just so you know what that looks like from our team and a structure perspective. So what's been great about having the space to think a little bit differently about everyone's businesses and what we're doing for each client is I've spotted a couple of trends and gaps where I would love to tighten up what we're doing for you and to help educate you on how we can make your marketing work better. So I'm going to be issuing a little challenge each month so that we can really just move your marketing efforts forward. And I have 3 planned for the rest of this year, as we're in the last quarter of 2023. I'm not going to issue them each month because, especially in South Africa, we know what happens in December. Everyone goes into holiday mode. So I'm going to space these out now over October and November. And I'm going to start with the most intensive one. All right. So before we get into silly season properly, before we ramp up for sales, whether we're working in the European market or in Australasia, this is just a really good something that you can do for your business where we know we will get results. So video is king. We've known this for a really long time. We know that the social media algorithms favor video. And it's also the scariest point for people in their marketing efforts. Most business owners that we talk to do not want to get in front of a camera and just do something like what I'm doing right now. And I understand that it is absolutely terrifying. I'm busy staring at myself, and you're sort of going, oh, but do you necessarily don't look as good as what you would want to? Are you sounding as good as what you would want to? And self-doubt starts to creep in. The reality is, though, is that talking to somebody like this has got so much impact, and we're seeing that in the content that we're doing. So this video, firstly, is going to be live on Facebook and open to the public. So if you're viewing it, hello. And secondly, it's going to be going out with an email where we have a client case study from last month, which I absolutely love. We ran 7 different adverts at the request of the client, and 3 of them were still ads and 4 of them were video ads. And the difference in it is absolutely amazing. So you'll see that the still ads, the click-through rates were really, really low, okay? But the reach was really high. So a lot of people saw it, but very few people clicked through. Whereas on the video side, less people saw the video ads, however, more clicked through. And from conversations with the client, we know that those click-throughs were really good. So that's the thing. So there's a couple of points there that we need to touch base on. And the talking to the client and getting that feedback, I'm actually going to cover in my next challenge. Okay, so we're going to park that for now and come back to it, how to lead track and how we can actually work better, closer together, so we can make sure that we're getting you the results that you need. For now, let's look at the video content. So The videos that were posted were testimonial videos. They were incredibly powerful. I had doubts, and I will say this, I had doubts when I first loaded them up. The one video is 10 minutes long, and we know that that is too long for social media. Well, we know it. I'm saying it as a general collective we, but when we're looking at social media, we actually want a minute 30 to be the maximum length that we get out on Facebook, Instagram. For Instagram, it has to be less than a minute. Otherwise, we can't get it into a reel or into the newsfeed. So that's something just to keep in mind. But it was incredibly powerful, and it's because people connect with storytelling. So that's what was happening in that testimonial. If somebody came forward and they went, I was in this situation and I didn't like it. I had a pain point, and this was what my pain point was, and I needed to get out of it. And then I met the company who helped me, and they said that this is how we're going to do it, and this is how we're going to help you. That was their promise. And at the end of this journey, I'm now in this space. So I've gone on this transformative journey, and that's what we need in any video content. So the challenge I have for you is, if you can initiate some content, which is a video, something like this, just shoot it on your phone, send it to me raw. We will edit it. We'll just make it look a little bit better and more professional, and then get it out there. Something where you've got a nice clean backdrop like this. There's no noise in the environment, right? You could always get a couple of props. I always like to have some flowers and kick off a little lampstand in the background just to add to something. You can go more elaborate than this, but just something basic or something that showcases you and your business is perfect. But simpler, better, you don't detract away from what you're saying, okay? So we've got two ways of doing this. One, a video from the business owner, or a testimonial video from a client. So let's start with the owner video. If you are going to do an owner video and you're going to sit in front of the camera for me and do this, then what I ask you to do is to pick one service offering or one product offering that you have and go into detail. Tell people what problem it solves, not what you sell. What problem do you solve? People who come to you, they buy from you for what reason, and highlight the problem. Then highlight the product or service and talk about it and the impact that it makes. And then talk about what the client can expect to experience afterwards, okay? So for us, as an example, our clients are not sure how to take themselves to market, or they don't have the time to do it properly, or the expertise, so that's why they come to us. That's why we offer them strategy that can help them build more leads in their business, which is focused around content creation and all the other things we need to do, but we want to get them leads so that they have more leads to convert, increase their sales, and grow their business, impact communities. So that's the transformative journey. Now, you can talk about it just like that, or use a client as a case study. Talk about Sarah, who had this experience with you, or Jim, who told you this about your business and how it impacted them. So do the transformative journey through the client. And what you're doing there then is you're building trust and you're building authority. This video that you create, as soon as it comes in, I will edit it and load it up as an advert, because it is going to help us reach those goals that we've set out for you in your strategy so much sooner and in a more impactful way. All right, so please do that. And I'm going to challenge you to at least do that. Client testimonials are always harder to come by, because now you've got to ask somebody else to sit in front of a camera, right? And some people are keen and more comfortable with it than others. And that's awesome. So maybe have a think about who those people are first and start there, because it's harder to convince people who are uncomfortable in front of the camera. And ask them, before you came to us, before you did business with us, what problem did you have? Okay. When we engaged with you, what value did you see us providing you with? And after you've engaged with us, where are you now in your journey? Have you achieved everything that you wanted to? Is this what you needed? If the answers are all no, there's some other conversations to have with the lovely person doing this video for you, but we want it nice and positive, and the change and the impact, because what we're doing is we're creating a brand ambassador or a raving fan, and those are even better than your business video, okay, because they're going to be the ones that get you a better click-through rate. And if you can get me one of those, again, I will edit it and load it up as quickly as possible so that we can make a nice impact for you towards the end of this year. All right. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I am going to give a little bit more detail in the email that I'm sending along with this video, and I'd love to get your feedback.